Greetings and good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in Minecraft. This week is going to be a real stinker for conversation topics, because, well, I did intend to watch Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the animated series. Oh, I also intended to AFK fishing, but I never did that. Dang. Alright. That's a shame. I guess we can do some actual, like, just pull it up top and go fishing so we can at least get some sort of a loot out of it. Anyways, yeah, we don't got much to talk about this week, because this week has been one of those weeks where I just haven't felt 100%, and as a result, didn't watch anything. I basically just did daily login shit, off stream and on stream. On stream actually been pretty okay, you know? They've not gone as long as the last couple of streams have gone. They've been more around the average. I wanted to say shorter, but we had a couple of hella long streams the other week, or a couple weeks ago, when we were doing Red Dead Redemption 2 finishing up. That was actually last month by now, wasn't it? Well, for you, it would be 2 months ago on YouTube. Anyway. Been playing Red Dead Redemption. Having fun with that. Got a nice, crisp 15 frames per second on Red Dead Redemption. It's been great. But at least the cutscenes are running at like 20 frames, right? Because good googly moogly would I not be able to deal with it if it was running slower than 20. Like the fucking, it'd be a slideshow. It's probably not the best viewing experience, so I will say that's one of the rare occasions you'll hear me go, yeah, my apologies for that, but I wanted to play the game. And I'm going to play the game because I want to kind of get a feel for, what improvements, like what amazing improvements there were between Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption, right? And fun fact, I'm glad I rated the gameplay loop and gameplay mechanics at 25s. In fact, had I played Red Dead Redemption 1, they probably would have been lower than 25. Because Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2 play very identically to one another. Like, 2 is improved, right? Like the ragdoll looks a bit better. Character interactions and stuff like that. But you could tell they had like the shit set up to begin with for them. Because when you're talking, when you're like walking past people, they're going, "Hey, how's it going?" Or, "What are you looking at?" So it's like they almost had shit set up in order for people to why that disappeared? Because I was listening to the lyrics of the song, because this is a song I've heard before but never spoken in this language, right? I've heard this before. It's also a remix of that song, right? It's like 2 or 3 songs mixed together right now, and that's one of the reasons why, if you have things like, you gotta be, that's why you gotta be careful, man. Nobody knows how they're gonna react to certain things. One of the reasons why you should never pick up a drink that you set down at a fucking party. People are assholes and they're fucking drop something in your drink, and you'll get fucked up. Not in a good way. And yeah, so you have to differentiate that kind of fucked up, because the good way of fucked up is like buzzed, basically. That's the good fucked up. The kind of fucked up where you'll remember it. And that's something I've never gotten that drunk. where I don't remember anything from the fight. Yeah, of course your memory is going to be a bit spotty when you're under the influence of anything, really. But at least with moderation, that it'll only be spotty, and it won't be like, oh, I don't remember anything. It was great. If you don't remember anything, how was it great? Never understood that. But yeah, next week we'll probably actually have the Star Wars conversation up, or ready for it. At least a couple of episodes, at least. But this week I've probably been fighting off something or something because I'm just not. I've been sleeping for over 12 hours a day the last couple of days, and the only time I sleep like that is when I need it. And that's why I'm assuming I'm fighting something off, because normally I'm not, like, I'm awake, but I got like that body tiredness. Ugh, sleepy. Like that kind of sleepiness. It happens around this time of year, though, for me. Season changes always bring that. The body's extra sensitive to barometric pressure shifts and stuff like that. So if the weather goes from 60 to 20 back to 60, I'll have a massive headache for a couple of days because of the dramatic shifts, dramatic up and downs. I was holding the damn button down like... Yeah, there's not really a way you could do that from distance. You can't really do an automatic farming thing from a distance. I mean, you can. You'd have to be able to aim. Have to be able to aim at the note block in front of you like this. The redstone would have to come over like that, I think, like over here. And the door, if it can close like this, then you could probably get something set up. So you would be hitting, and then you'd be hitting the music box like you do in the AFK farm. The setup would have to be measured to get over there. I'd probably have to actually dig down a couple more layers because technically, I think the water would be right there. This wouldn't work, I don't think. But it'd be, if you could get it set up like that, could potentially set up AFK fish farming doing that way. But I think that's taking mechanics into place that don't actually work in this game like that. Whatever. But yeah, I was kind of looking forward to having that shit set up to be able to go, hey, this is what episode 1 of the Clone Wars series is like, and what my thoughts on it are, and so on and so forth for the whole series. And I'm going to, at some point, I'm going to get through it, because I've really been enjoying those analytical breakdowns of Star Wars. I had a little bit extra fun with episode 1, where I was really feeding the Darth Jar Jar meme. But real talk, it was less Darth Jar Jar and more that Jar Jar is some sort of a force sensitive that is more than meets the eye, because there's a couple of things that aren't explained outside of an individual being able to have some sort of a future sight, right? A future sight that you would see similar to a Jedi or a Sith. Yeah. Well, outside of a little bit over a third of that paint getting, at least, hey, it was a third and not the whole amount. Can you imagine if it was 90 gallons? At least it could have been worse, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. I really don't know what to say about that, but yes, greetings and good day, Insane Baboon. How are you doing today? We've been over how you're doing today, pretty shit. But, like I said, gotta look at the bright side. It was only 35 gallons, not 40, or 50, or even 90. A little bit under half the paint on that palette. How many different ways can I look at this in the positive? It was just physical damage, right? Nobody was hurt. That's a lot of fucking... That's a lot of shit that can go wrong in that situation, you know? Exactly. Exactly. The paint didn't fall in on you. It could be, but that's not. It's not that the part I don't want you to focus on isn't the worst. It's the positives of how it wasn't that way, right? I'm fucking with a little tangerine thing while I fish here because literally this is probably gonna be one of the shortest, outdated YouTube vlog things because I ain't got shit to talk about really. I mean, the couple of things that I do have to talk about are on the fatter side of like news. Again, they're all the topics at this point, but yeah. Akira Toriyama's passing is the biggest one, right? That fucking sucks, man. Been seeing a lot of that shit. People talking about that and honoring the creative genius that was Akira Toriyama. Then you had like some other shit too with Warner Brothers shutting down Rooster Teeth, which is wild. Wild. Not only is Warner Brothers shutting the studio, like the company, down, but they're also selling off all the IPs, like Red vs. Blue, Ruby, and Genlock. So, the highest bidder can go buy your favorite franchise. And do whatever they want with it. Or whatever they don't want with it. The hope is that Warner Bros. Sells to people that actually want to continue the work, I guess. But at the same time, if it is somebody who wants to continue it, how do they not mess it up? Like if they don't keep on the creators, you know what I mean? Ah, that is kind of bad. That is kind of bad. You can go down that spiral all day, though, you know? Like when you start breaking down what's affected what. A drought over in one country can fuck up the productivity of another. Like, that shit isn't shit that you could rightly control, though. What do you got over here? Harpfish, huh? I'm only fishing till the durability of the axe goes up a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, I ain't got really much else to talk about. Other than that, MatPat, I think, did their final theory sometime this week. About it, really. I will say, hilariously enough, I've actually been watching some esporting events that have passed. I don't know how recently. I watched the Rainbow Six Invitational. Holy shit. Can I just say, I will admit, the main reason, this is a very big reason as to why, because I'm a big, like a firm believer that a game's community kind of reflects how that game is. So with how toxic the community of Rainbow Six Siege actually is, I'm not going to touch that game. Like, again, somebody would have to fucking pay me to play it. That's the only way to get me to play it. But watching the invitation was fucking amazing. How insane the whole scenario was. I don't think there are any other sporting events that I might try to watch in the future, that e-sporting events, that is. Yeah, I'll start watching the CSGO ones, stuff like that, because I played a little bit of CSGO. And I actually really do enjoy the gunplay of CSGO. But one of the ways you can tell this was a stinker of a week is I really truly intended to have all this shit sorted out and to have the mahogany. It's not mahogany, it's mangrove, but I call it mahogany because I like saying mahogany. Because Dragon Ball Z abridged. Anyway. I was gonna have all that wood ready to build the rest of the farm area, right? So we're kind of gonna be doing that here. We're gonna gather a little bit of, well, maybe not even gather that much. But as soon as I get my experience on this axe a bit higher, I'm gonna go start getting some mangrove wood. We're doing that on stream instead of me having that already done and being able to talk about Star Wars while I'm doing something mindless, because it's not really that mindless when you're actually collecting mangrove wood manually. There's a bit of a thought process that goes, oh shit, excuse me. There's a bit of a thought process that goes into it. And I wonder how much of the music is going to get hit by, like, the copyright claims and shit like that for Grand Theft Auto 6, because I'm not going to go through that game without music the first time. That game may unfortunately be, the first playthrough may just be a stream-only thing. And again, I'll probably know about... No, that's not that game. I keep thinking that. Why do I keep... It's... Ah, yeah. Okay, so I was right. For some reason that it didn't make sense to me, but yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 will be skipping PC at launch because developers want to prioritize what sells. A former Rockstar staffer has said. Rockstar officially unveiled GTA 6 on December 4th, stating that the much anticipated game is planned to reach PS5 and Xbox Series XS sometimes in... Telling me I gotta wait till 2026, 2027 to fucking play this game. That sucks. By then I'll probably know what music to avoid. Honestly, because I'm gonna... Do I say... This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the debate I'm still having with myself. Do I say fuck it? Do I say fuck it and just watch people play the game and not give a fuck? So we can talk about it on stream. I just won't be able to play it because I refuse to go through the rigmarole of getting this fucking game for PlayStation 5, getting a sys set up so I could stream it on PlayStation 5 at the current quality we have right now. Like, I just don't... I'm gonna get it for PC and play it on PC anyway. Fuck that. I'm not gonna waste the time, effort, or money to do that. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to rely on fucking day one releases. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of hoping that's what happens. I'm kind of hoping that nobody fucking buys the game for PlayStation 5 or Xbox. But that's not going to happen. It's probably going to sell more on those systems than ever before. Do you really think the game's going to sell bad? Do you really think no one's going to buy that game? People are going to go out of their way to buy the new systems to be able to play that game. This is the worst shit ever, because this isn't to sell. This is not to sell the game. This is to sell console. That's what this is to do. That's why it's not coming out on PC. Because they're gonna make sure they fucking sell console. And I guarantee you, every motherfucker that picks up a new console is gonna look for the fucking Grand Theft Auto bundle one, where they get the console and the game and a fucking new controller that's Grand Theft Auto themed and an exclusive fucking statue that they could jack off to, and everyone's gonna buy it up. I'm aggravated about that whole scenario because you know it's right. You 100% know that's exactly what it is too. Because I guarantee you these consoles have not sold that well. They're going to. Because this is probably going to be the most hyped game of all time. Right? People have expectations that there are going to be people that are going to hate Grand Theft Auto 6. Did I say 5? If I said 5, I meant 6. There are people that are going to hate Grand Theft Auto 6. Because it's not going to meet their unrealistic expectations. I guarantee you. There are people going to hate that game. They have expectations that are so unrealistic that they have a higher chance of fucking rolling 111 dice and them all coming up 6s. I know exactly what's going to happen in that situation. Because that's what, like, always happens with the hype game. That's what always got me to buy a new console. Oh, the new hype game's coming out. Gotta buy a PlayStation 4. How could I even buy a PlayStation 4 for? Honestly, you know what it boils down to? It boils down to what you buy first. That's basically what it boils down to. People that buy Xbox first stick with Xbox most of the time, and say vice versa for PlayStation. Yeah, sometimes you'll have some people that will switch consoles, or some people that will have both. But most of the time, the people that start buying one thing will stick to that one thing that they started to buy. That's just kind of how things work. It's one of the reasons why you have people that have experienced Halo, but haven't experienced God of War, and vice versa. But luckily, more and more games are coming to PC, which is kind of hilarious that's the cure-all, because PC is just better. I don't care what anyone says. With the way that you could mod, and how easily you can mod games for a different experience, PC's better. Yeah, I would kind of hope that they don't have that, they don't let that happen, but here's what's funny. You want to know why that's even possible? Why shit like that's even possible? Shit like that's even possible because most of the games are built on the PC. Like, this sounds wild, but they build this shit on the PC to get it to work, and then build the final version for PlayStation and Xbox. And I'm telling you right now, these consoles have not really sold that well. The PlayStation 5, I would not be surprised if it didn't, if it fucking is one of the lowest selling ones in a long time because of them being out for as long as they were. Shit like that. But yeah, they basically have a PC build. Like, when the game comes out, all that they would have to do is go back and fix the PC build for PC. But they're gonna take a couple of weeks off to celebrate how much they're gonna fucking bring in, because this game's gonna sell so much. The fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna probably be one of the quickest selling games of all time. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I'm just gonna sit back, say fuck it, and watch people play the game. I really do. I'm gonna hem and haw about it, and I'll probably talk about it in future little blog things, because that's just how I am. Especially when I don't really have a subject to go over. But I'm thinking about it, and it's like, that's what I used to fucking do if there was a game that I never really would, or I didn't have a desire to play, right? Like, I've watched people play through the Resident Evil games recently, more now than ever before, because I'm probably never going to play the Resident Evil games on stream. I like them, don't get me wrong, I like the games, but that's just not the type of game that I'm currently into. I don't really do, like, games like that. I don't know why. But I think I prefer games that you have more freedom to do whatever you want to do in. And the Resident Evil franchise is a very specific game. Like, there is an order of operations you have to go through in that game. yes, you can kind of change the order of operations up a little bit. But the more, like, in line you have to be with the order of operations of the video game, the less likely I am to enjoy that game. Like, sandboxes like this are perfect for me, because I can do, the goal is whatever the fuck I want it to be, right? And the over, like, the gold star, you've completed the game goal for this one, is to finish the kingdom build, right? Now, mind you, if I have a week or two like this, that'll get delayed. But then I'll have a week or two where I'm just good. I'm ready to go. I could stay up for the whole week straight. Not that I would do that, but I could stay up for the whole week straight and just build, mine, go. And I would. Because I'm starting to do this off stream. Mind you, I haven't done shit this week. Basically just been sleeping.
It's been a fucking long way without you, and all I could think of is you. Can you tell I fell
Right.
just for you? I had to let you go.
But yeah, it is kind of aggravating how sometimes a company just will not do something. Or, like, I'm still aggravated about the excuse we got as to why there's no DLC or no other releases from Rockstar. Some bullshit about the team leaving. I wonder why the team left. But no, it just aggravates me because we definitely should have gotten some story DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5 and a bunch of other shit that we never got because of the... It truly is. Regardless of what anybody tells you, there's no way anyone can change my mind that it isn't because of the popularity of Grand Theft Auto Online that we didn't see of the development for games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or anything like that. Like, because it went Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, and since Red Dead Redemption 2 has not seen shit, right? Red Dead Redemption 2 was 2018. It's gonna have been 7 years? Grand Theft Auto 5 was 2013, so... That's a 5-year difference there. Max Payne 3 was 2012. LA Noire was 2011. Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare was 2010. As was Red Dead Redemption, so that came out the same year. The Ballad of Gay Tony DLC came out in 2009. Chinatown Wars came out in 2009. Grand Theft Auto 4 08. Vice City Stories was 06. Manhunt 2 07. Bully was 2006. Huh. San Andreas was 04. Red Dead Revolver was 04. So... yeah. So Red Dead Redemption came out, and before that it was the Ballad of Gay Tony, which that's where the strangers started to occur. Like in those games, they improved. They added them in Grand Theft Auto 4. They added the strangers and freakmen. It got improved upon in the Lost and the Damned and Ballad of Gay Tony DLC. Even though I really didn't do any of them, they showed up on the map. It got extremely improved upon in Red Dead Redemption. And then Grand Theft Auto, I don't know if it had that in LA Noire. I've never played LA Noire. Max Payne 3, I know, didn't have anything like that. Grand Theft Auto 5, of course, did. And then Red Dead Redemption 2. Fuck, I'm very curious about what this game's gonna be. And if they're gonna come out with more games earlier. You know what I mean? Like, in the next couple of years, are we gonna start seeing Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, and other games of different IPs? Maybe IPs they've done before. Like, are we gonna get a new LA Noire game? I bet people would be hyped for that. Bully, fucking people would love Bully. My question is, if they get their shit sorted out and all that, and they're ready to start making games, do they release games every couple of years but staggered? So by the time they release the next Grand Theft Auto game, it will probably have been 8 years. But Rockstar would have released other games between that point. I think that's what the go-to is for a lot of studios, in all honesty, now that I'm thinking about it. An idea of setting up a system to where you're basically grinding at multiple ends. I'm trying to think, like, they could too, because they could come up with a new IP, man. But it would make sense for, like, studios to try and... because that's what you got from fucking Call of Duty, right? They've got a couple of different studios coming out with a couple of different games staggered, though, right? Like, you got one studio working on this game that's going to come out in this year, then another studio is working on another game that's going to come out a year after that, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of insane. The yearly release games like that is wild. A lot of people blame Warzone for how horrible the most recent Call of Duty game, like single-player experiences have been, or whatever. And I just can't help but kind of chuckle, because it's one of those things where the people have shown what they want in the way that matters to company. So you only have yourselves to blame for the current going-ons. You don't want them to do what they're gonna continue to do? Show them you don't want it. Stop spending fucking money on the bullshit. Simple as that. Stop spending money on shit and say why, and make sure people know why. They'll still probably ignore you and fucking fire the company that they hired. oh, this company's not making any money. Well, instead of doing things differently, or trying to figure out why, we're going to keep doing the same shit over and over again. And if that doesn't work, well, then we're going to have to fire him. That's what they fucking do, too. Warner Bros. Been doing a lot of sketch shit lately too, though. Like they've been fucking up left, right, and center. I feel they're what is it called? There's idle cred, kind of shot right now. Can't help but try and do this sometimes. This is me being able to do a little time warp skip thing and then catch a fish. A fish! Almost got a full thing on this axe. Yes, I am wanting to get a full thing on this axe before we go get some mangrove wood.
We are a blink in this universe, like a grain of dust in the wind. But none of that can limit us. Power deep in our hearts we feel. You could be like dust. Hold the hurricane, you're hiding us. You might be afraid, but
I'm like really debating on what Rockstar announces and when they announce it next. Because with how much money Red Dead Redemption 2 brought in, they're gonna have to come out with another Red Dead game. I really hope they tell a different story. I really do. They have such a large world to work with, too. And such a wide range of time to work with as well, you know? Like they're not working within, like they don't have to do the next game around 1911 or 1889 or 1899 or whatever. They don't have to do that. They can go back farther if they wanted to. I think what a lot of people are wanting, whether or not they get that is beyond the point, but a lot of people are wanting to see, like, instead of the tail end of the Wild West, the peak of the Wild West. Right? I think that would be interesting, like a Wild West during the Civil War type thing. Hell, they could even make reference of other characters. Like they could throw in other side characters from like the older characters from the Red Dead games. Like Landon Ricketts. You could have some shit happen with Landon Ricketts. Yeah, Red Dead Revolver's a very linear game. Like, very linear. I could probably get that done in one stream if I played the game the whole stream and played on normal. Hell, played on easy. I could probably get through Red Dead Redemption 1. Red Dead Revolver. I could probably get through Red Dead Revolver in one sitting. No way could I get through Red Dead Redemption in one sitting, because this is like my first playthrough in possibly over 10 years, if not longer. We'll see. I've actually done a great job of lining up when I've been beating certain games. Yes, you might consider what's about to happen as an extreme waste of iron. I don't really care. Gonna basically do a little bit of cleanup here, and after I do the cleanup, I'm gonna start collecting it with an axe. Basically, whichever ones I manage to catch, I'm gonna try to catch them all before they break, are ones that I'm going to put to the side and potentially put mending on. And efficiency and durability ones and all that. And get like a handful of these. But yeah. How many different commercials do you think we're gonna get? Because recently I was watching Dark Viper AU go through the... Oh, that's one dead. Dark Viper AU go through the advertisements for Grand Theft Auto 5. And it is kind of interesting how they've shown, like, what they show. Right? Because when you play Grand Theft Auto 5 the first time, you're not really thinking about what you saw in the commercial. But if you really pay attention to what they show in some of the commercials, they give away a lot of missions. Like, they don't spoil the mission itself, but they're like little snippets from all the different missions you're potentially going to be doing. And sometimes they cut different lines from one location, bring it to another. Regardless, very curious to see what the gameplay trailer is going to be like. We just got like a story trailer, right? I want to see what we're going to be doing. Please, open up with fishing. You know how fucking happy I'll be if they open up with fishing? Show that there's going to be fishing in Grand Theft Auto. Oh, fuck. I'm actually trying to catch these, and I'm missing it out because I'm distracted. Basically, I think a lot of this is going to be just me trimming today. Trimming the bushes. Trimming the bush. And then either off-stream collecting the wood and planting the mangrove tree. Not this one. I'll probably end up collecting these off stream, but this is me getting a good portion of things done here. Want to make sure I collect these because having the means to replant is really good. I think I already have the means to plant stashed somewhere, but I want to make sure I have better means. Like I want to make sure I'm going to be able to replace all these and not have to harvest a couple here and there because I missed a couple. Some of these streets are pretty big. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be ripping through these at a much quicker rate than I am, in all honesty. I have let a couple get away from me, but most of the time if I'm paying attention, I can be like, alright, this is about to break. Whoever designed this fucking tree. Definitely did a good job of making it annoying to deal with. Because I'm thinking about this is not a natural, like this is not a natural mangrove, right? There's a part of me that almost wants to try to make a natural mangrove swamp. Or make it look natural. That would be a lot of work. A lot of work. I could do it. But you can kind of tell where I'm, like, I would have to hit all this area and replace it with mud. I might convince myself to do that. Jesus, there's a lot of mangrove. Okay, I don't think we need to get all these trees. Then again, I could potentially... Oh, you know what I could do? I could try and make it like all the transplanted dirt and resources. Like, I could make it like everything that I move from the water is where we get the mangrove swamp from. I kind of like that. I'll explain what I mean in a moment after I get done with this, clearing this little bit of foliage. It's probably gonna be the last damn mangrove tree that I clear, or cluster. It's a cluster of trees that are connected together. I think it's a cluster of trees, and not one mangrove. Best part is that me doing this is fine, even though it's not really 100% necessary. All that's necessary is to like uncover a little bit of the wood and then go from there. I'm doing a little bit extra, like going above and beyond what we need to do. Because if you dissociate the blocks of leaves from wood, they will disintegrate over time. Unless they glitch out, get classified as being permanent sky block, which happens sometimes on word other. Okay, the cluster of trees is a bit more connected than I thought it was. But this should be it right here that I'm gonna hit. Okay. I accidentally hit over here too. I hit a cluster over there. Oh no. Jesus Christ, how connected are these damn trees? Oh, that's... Might be digging in a bit deeper than I intended to dig. Whoops. What? How did that happen? That happened because lava hit it and caught it on fire. That's how that happened. Somehow, through the fucking thing, lava plops. Apparently, it was close enough over here to catch fire. We'll have to fix that. We'll have to fix that. You know what? We'll get a couple of these. Why not? Anyways, this coming week, don't really have too many plans. I'm going to actually try and start watching Star Wars Clone Wars series and doing my analytical breakdown of that. Probably play a little bit of this off stream. Get some more of this mangrove wood at the very least, and possibly work on the little farm that I'm working on. Farm greenhouse combination thing. Don't know how to explain what it is. The worst part about this is I'm kind of going to let this just sit there for a bit, collect the mangrove wood, and move on from that point. Man, that's easy to get a hold of. So are these leaks. I could try to do this so I have enough room. Oops. Gather all these mangrove blocks. It's amazing how small some of these mangrove trees are. Really funny is I can actually use box over here. I can actually use this. Neat. Not a full stack, is it? No, it is not. I was trying to, but it wouldn't let me. Rude. All right. More wood up here to get. I'm gonna have to wait here in a moment. This is fine. Couple on the floor I'm noticing. And I'm gonna have to come here and clean this up at some point. Getting these mangrove polyp things. Worry about that later though. Now, take these and build up on our little farm thing I'm working on. It's not going to be enough to finish it up, but it will be enough to kind of show more of what my plan is. As soon as I go to sleep here, I'm going to step away for a few moments. Oop. And since nothing else is going to be going on, I'm going to play a couple minutes of ads. When I return, we'll do the place down the mangrove woods for the farm. And then we'll probably switch up and do just reaction section. The React Andean section. Right back. like I said, we're going to hop on up and place down more of these blocks for the farm because these are... That's another row or two. The best part is I'm not even 100% sure if this is going to work. That's the best part in my mind. I ain't even 100% this shit gonna work. Best part is I can kind of just scoot back and place blocks like this. I think I'm gonna finish row after row first of all. This will give me a general idea of what exactly we need to do. How many of these blocks we need to go through. Don't fall off, please. That's the last thing I wanted. Be enough to actually fill this in. I'm debating whether or not I want to place another row down, or if I want I think I do want to place another row down. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do for the interior area. I mean, I do know what I want to do for the interior. Here, let me get the farm set up. Also, we're not gonna need that many more things of mangrove wood. Probably get a little bit extra. I'm probably gonna fill a warehouse chest full of mangrove wood and mangrove logs. That will require me to go through the mangrove quite a bit more because I need to finish with building with it. And I might need to actually use some more logs here instead of the actual wood. We'll see. I haven't quite finished the design mentally. I'm gonna do that right now. Gonna have to fix that before I really do this. Actually, that's not right, anyways, because it's gonna be. I would actually do that there. Still needs to go there, hilariously. So like that, and dead center there. 1, 2. 5, 6. Or then. Yeah. Better way to do it, actually. And hold. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold. 1. Hold. That's the centerpiece for all of them. Fix that. Why is it again? I know it's 22 minus 6, but I'm being real late, so 16. Then if I get this other 6, it'll be 22. Yeah, okay, so 16. 16 high. So I actually need to do higher. Because I need to do this. Okay, so a little bit higher. In order to get what I need. Because I want 9 by 4, right? Moss. No, moss. Blue ice. It's going to... do something. Out. You know what? I think I kind of like that. All right. So the plan is to use more mangrove wood logs for this point here. Right? These points would be mangrove logs, and they'll act as like stability points. All right? So it does cut into this farm a little bit, but I kind of like the idea of that being an anchor point. And then I'm going to look into seeing if there's other types of farms that we could get and make them look a certain type of visually. Like, I'll see if I can set some interesting looking shit up in the future. I need to rest and doing a little bit of experiment with something. I love how the wandering trader drinks milk. Oh shit, we got some, what the fuck is going on? Okay, the Coliseum's working wonderfully now, apparently. Look at this setup we got going on. We're just catching everything. If we do this. Okay. Yeah. And I think if we take oak logs, not oak logs, but actually maybe we will. Maybe we'll take different log types, and those will be the different rows. I like that. I actually like that a lot. Maybe I'll make it actually look like those are... I could see myself setting some stuff up. I want to finish this up, because I'm pretty sure I've not filled it in, have I? And it looks filled in. Yeah, it looks like we got every single one of them. I will say, fucking... to see how this looks. This is a lot of bamboo. Like... you really only need to harvest from this every once in a very long while if you need sticks and stuff like that. That's what I think the main purpose of bamboo is. And I think we've covered the whole area. Question is that what I wanted it to do, or did I want it? Yeah. Out with a lot of sticks. Hilariously enough. Can't really do anything with the sticks, right? At least not in this sense or context or what. Because I said that this was going to be that was going to be acacia wood, right? Because it was going to go dark oak, jungle, spruce, birch, acacia. This is 1, 2, 3, and I needed to go like 3 over. Like this, we need to wipe out. Right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. Perfect. And then we would need to place that bamboo. You. Keep you. Get rid of you. You. Oops. You. You. Get rid of you and you. That's fill-in. You use bamboo and string for scaffolding. Maybe we need to add 3 to the other side. Kind of funny because I really don't think we actually need to add 3. How much wood, well, bamboo, not really wood, we're getting here. Holy shit. I have planted more than I realized. Oh, whoops. I'll fix that later. I really need to do the fill-in. That's like the main thing I've been wanting to do, but ever since I started doing it off stream, I haven't done it since because just getting distracted by other games or not feeling like playing it. Alright, now place 3 over here. You know what's funny? There are like, I think 9 different spots you can get this shit to plant at. And I think it's all randomized. Unless whatever. I think it's kind of funny how it's gonna end up happening is it's gonna end up looking perfect, basically. If I can say. And what I mean by looking perfect is it's going to have a great gap. Like it's not gonna be too large of an area that we're dealing with, hilariously enough. You'll see what I mean in a moment, after I place this down. Alright, Alright, that's us right there. That'll grow over time. But what I mean by the gap right here, it used to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Now it's just a 5. Right? That actually looks better to me than 8. A 5 looks a bit not too close, not too far, right? So that bamboo will grow there. And then that'll look better because right now it doesn't really look like much. Because that's not higher. However, this will look better after I get that tree planted. Or not the tree planted, but the under area filled in. And I can then get this stuff set up with acacia wood. This will probably be the spruce, the jungle, birch, and oak. And this will be dark oak. That's going to go all the way down past up to this point here, right? Because I can't really do another one of these here because it's more gap and it's big, so big here. So we could plant it, but it would mess up this area up if I did that. I don't want to mess up this area like that. Now, how many things can we grow? Actually, now that I think about it, we have carrots, potatoes, beets, wheat, right? Wheat, because this is going to be the crop that I want the most of. This will be the first layer. Wheat. Right? And then we'll go up based off of prevalency. All the way up to final layer. Right, and we might have a roof garden. And if we do a roof garden, the roof garden is going to be for watermelons and pumpkins. And like I might have 2 rows of roof garden set up. Right? Because I kind of like this idea of the farms being more in line to where the farms actually are. Now, mind you, the apiary for the bee, I think, is going to go centralized over here. Right? I did intend for this to be where the bees were going to go. I don't know if I want that. I think I want this to be farms. Because if we move, that's going to get filled in. There's no doubt about that. So if we take those away, move the pens back, right? We move the pens over there. That'll give us this area, pretty much, to work with for the bees. So almost a similar area that this is, just a little bit smaller, right? Because this is basically where the pens end, right here. Yeah, because that's basically one of the pens right there. Basically, I think those are a bit bigger. Yeah, those are a bit bigger. But it's a generally similarly sized. Right? So real talk, one of these whole squares is basically one of the pens. So it would be like this is basically 2 pens with a little bit of room to spare. So I was right with what I was saying. Yeah, I think I like that for the apiary more than this. This is a lot larger of an area we could work with. And the farms being enclosed like that, I kind of like. Alright, so that's good there then. That's starting to grow there. That looks... And I think I might color coat the wood beams, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it look like... The way that this is built is it's dirt that's placed inside of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make this look natural how it looks now, but the layer above this is going to be, like, wood for the path, and it might be the actual logs instead of wooden board. Right? The idea might be that it's like a lattice structure or something like that. And something else I can talk about now that I was gonna bring up, but I kind of came to this thought during stream. So the mangrove trees, their roots are normally in some sort of murky, muddy swamp type thing, right? So my plan is to basically harvest all these trees now. Yeah. Yep. Harvest all those trees. Shape the side of the mountain over here a bit. And maybe cap it, like take all this away and put dirt here. Like take a layer away and make it look like it's capped with dirt. And slowly form like mud up. So basically what I'll do is I'll replant these trees, or plan to replant them, and then build the mud swamp around them in order to make like a mangrove swamp. And I'm gonna do that utilizing the idea that all that area that I've fucked with and dug up is gonna be where the resources have been transferred. That's not exactly the case, but I'm gonna actually build the dirt up there, make that look like a mangrove, like literally make it look like a mangrove formed around there, which is basically what I'm gonna do. It's one of the reasons why I'm gonna need to fish some more and get another full set of that shit, because when we have a full set on, it makes us be able to basically breathe underwater and stuff like that, and having that will allow me to rip through the layers that I need to rip through to make this look like I want it to look. Basically, gotta go down. Gotta go down a bit more, and I might make this look a little bit better. Yeah, this has got to go down a bit more. A lot of different types of stone that I could work with. I'll need to get a couple nother of, actually, no, I won't need to get a couple nother. What I'll need to do is make sure that they're out the box when I need right? So like this shit, this needs to get cleared up. Sure. Put this in its proper location. Main reason I'm doing that though is because it hasn't grown all the way. Doesn't it grow normally one more? I'm still gonna harvest this, why not? That shit grew fast. Alright. So I need to sort all that out. But yeah, since we're getting ready to do wrap up, because I ain't got much more to discuss when it comes to this, the plan for the next coming couple of days is for me to go through what I always do off stream. Start probably playing Enlisted off stream or whatever. I'm going to get some more editing done. Like I'll set some dedicated time aside for that. I'll actually open up a thing and write down what I'm going to do. Here, let me open up a thing for topics of conversation. 13th? 13th, what? The 18th. Open up a new one of those. Monday info topic. $20.24. 3:18. But yeah, in Minecraft, I'm probably gonna fill in the underground. This is off stream, by the way, that I want to do in Minecraft. Fill in the underground and warehouse, harvest, and grow. Fish, up, armor, tool, set for finishing. Water route. Alright, so that's basically what I have planned to do off stream for Minecraft. I also plan to grind out a little bit of Fortnite and to check out that one game we were talking about yesterday. But I'll check that out off stream. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be more Red Dead Redemption at the start of the streams and probably lead into Enlisted, actually. After we're done with 3 hours of 15 FPS Red Dead Redemption, because I can only handle that for a couple of hours. We will potentially be done with that the week after this coming. So maybe be 6 more 3-hour streams. Maybe. Might be longer than that, though. I might be underestimating. Mind you, we're not really focused on 100% in the game. We're focused on a little bit of side mission stuff, as well as main story stuff. And then after that, Fallout 2. But that'll be later down the line. Mind you, that will get interrupted because I do plan to play whatever I feel like playing during April. My birthday. Yeah. So. Also, well, this Sunday, actually, we're not going to be playing Red Dead Redemption. I keep forgetting this, but every third Sunday for a month, no matter what the month is, the third Sunday will be the sponsorship. Right? And that's the third Sunday is going to be this coming Sunday. And then next month it will be the 21st. Will be our fourth sponsored stream because fourth month. There's a couple of months that have 5 Sundays. But it is funny, the third Sunday's always a little bit after or around the middle of the month, it looks like. I have yet to see a third Sunday that takes place below a 15th. Every other one's like a 16, 19, 21. Mind you, this is me looking years in advance. Yeah, that's kind of funny how that works. Anyways, I'm gonna be wrapping up here for you Twitch highlight watchers watching live. Finish up the Red Dead Redemption 2 speed run today, but that's just for stream only. If you are done here for the, then I do thank you for stopping by, and I do hope you enjoy. Have and our new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel as well as my main channel. Links should be down in the description below through all my links. Watching on YouTube, ! links like so for those that are watching on Twitch, be it live, the highlight, or the VOD while it's still up there. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. ES Friday through Monday. Invite link to the board, so you can always get the most accurate. You can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live, if I'm going to be a little bit late or outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late, as well as we can communicate with others of the kingdom. Well, whatever else catch your fancy through all my links. Until next time, take care. Have a good one.